Today's recipe calls for feta cheese. I'm going to show you how to make a Mediterranean inspired bowl that has ground turkey, some tzatziki sauce, and a bunch of veggies. It's really tasty. So with that said, let's get started. The first thing we need to do to make this fresh, healthy, and tasty bowl is make our tzatziki sauce. Snag a large seedless cucumber and a medium-sized holding device. Cut the green stick in half. We'll only be using half for the sauce and the other half later on. You'll also need a box grater for this task. Place the fingertip cutter inside the bowl, also known as your box grater. Grate the cucumber on the large side of the grater. Watch your little fingies when you get close to the end of the veggie. I ended up grating a little too much. If you do this as well, you can use it during the serving process. Anyways, we're looking for a packed, overflowing half cup or 195 grams worth of the grated cucumber. Once you've changed the shape of the veggie, grab a clean kitchen towel. Toss the things into it. You can also use cheesecloth for this task, but I don't have any. Then squeeze the things really well to wring out as much water as you possibly can. We want to do this to get rid of as much water as we can. This way our sauce doesn't become watery in texture, since cucumber is basically just water. Also, you want to use a thick towel. I used a thin one and squeezed it too hard and it had a blowout. After you've strained yourself because you've squished and squashed too hard, toss the juiced cucumber into a dry, clean bowl. Following the vegetable, add 1 cup or 260 grams plain Greek yogurt. The next thing we need to add to our sauce is 0.3 ounces or 7 grams fresh dill. This was weighed out with the stems on. With that said, pick the little green leaves off the stem. This ingredient is strong in flavor. I found this to be a good amount to use, but of course use as much as you would like. After it's been picked, make a pile of goods and roll it into a cylinder and give it a quick chop. Following that, give it a few passes, mincing it into smaller pieces. It's imperative to do this with a sharp knife and to not overdo it. We do not want to bruise the herb, turning it dark and bitter in flavor. After it's been chopped, add the dill to the bowl of yogurt and cucumber. Next, we need to add my favorite ingredient, known as garlic. I ended up using a little too much, so the sauce was strong in the garlic flavor department, and it was kinda spicy because of that. I used 4 garlic cloves, but I believe just 2 garlic cloves would be just right. As always, cut both ends off each piece, then give them a light smash to peel all the paper skins off. Using the same method as you would an onion, make tiny sections from side to side, then cut the garlic from front to back, make it tiny sections as well. After that, using a rocking motion, mince the garlic into teeny tiny pieces. Keep doing this until you're happy with how little things look. A better method would be to grate this on a microplane for even smaller pieces. Toss all this into the bowl with the other goods. Next, juice 1 medium-sized lemon. To help obtain more liquid, roll the lemon on your work area. This will break up the membrane on the inside, yielding a higher juice amount. After you've made the lemon cry, strain and drain the juice to catch the pulp and any seeds that may be around. Alright, now we need to add the final touches to the sauce. We'll first start by adding some liquid fat. Add 1.5 teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil. Follow that up with 3 teaspoons fresh lemon juice. Now start mixing the components into one saucy mess. Give it a taste test and adjust as needed with coarse ground kosher salt. After that, add more of the other ingredients until you hit the flavor profile you enjoy. Like more dill, lemon juice, oil, salt, basically whatever you fancy. I ended up adding another 3 teaspoons of lemon juice for a total of 5. I was content after this addition. Now we can move on to prepping our salad portion of the dish. Using the other half of the cucumber from earlier, slice the half of the half in half. From there, make the cucumber into 3 equal sections lengthwise. After that, cut them the opposite way, making them into a small dice or any size that is manageable to eat. Once cut, toss them into a holding apparatus for later. Next, grab a small red onion, cut the top off, the non-hairy side, cut it into 2 equal sections. We'll only be using half, so save the other half for another recipe. Once you have the chosen half, thinly slice the onion into small, thin sections. Keep things thin to cut down on the strong flavor. You can also run them under cold water to knock down that onion pungent flavor as well. Following that, collect 10 kalamata olives. Slice them into little olive rings. Alrighty then. On to the next and final item, which is 10 ounces or 283 grams cherry tomatoes. Cut these little fruity bite-sized treats into quarter sections. It helps to cut the delicate item with a serrated blade. This will help prevent from squashing them. Now that our salad mix is done, let's get to cutting the aromatics for the turkey. Snag half of a medium-sized yellow onion. We need to small dice this sucker. Cut small sections from side to side. Following that, cut it from front to back, making the same small sections, making it into a small dice. Set that aside to move on to the next item, which is 6 to 7 garlic cloves. Like before, cut the ends off and give it a smash. Now that you have Nike vampire repellent, thinly slice the garlic into chips. We are finally done cutting things now. The next section of the Greek bowl we need to make is the carb portion. We'll make 1 cup or 213 grams of Thai jasmine rice. I'm not going to go into detail about how to make this. I have a full video on how to make it, so go check that video out after this one. Now that our rice is going, let's start cooking the turkey portion so we can time things out just right. Collect a large skillet or saute pan. Take it with the turk, onion, and garlic over to a heating element. Once on the cooking element, crank the heat level up to a medium-high level. Allow the pan to become ripping hot. To check if the pan is hot enough, add a tiny splash of water. If things turn into a little sphere of water, you know it's hot and ready. Add about 2 teaspoons of a high heat oil or enough to coat the bottom of the pan. Allow that to become hot for a few seconds. Then drop the turkey into the pan. Lay it away from you just in case the oil splashes up. You won't be hit and burned by it. Allow the first side to cook for about 5 minutes or until the turkey releases itself from the pan. It should have a nice golden brown sear on it. Once everything is flipped over, cook this other side for an additional 4 to 5 minutes or until it reaches an internal temp of 165 Fahrenheit or 73 degrees Celsius or until you no longer see a pink color. Once fully cooked, clear the pan out, placing the turkey in a clean bowl for now. After the pan is cleared, dump in the diced onion. Turn the pan down to a low-medium temp. Saute the onion until they become a golden brown color. If your pan has become too hot like mine has, add about a tablespoon of water. This will cool it down and it'll deglaze the pan to get all that tasty fond off the bottom of the skillet. Alright, add the sliced garlic in. Saute this for 30 to 40 seconds or until things become fragrant and smell. Now that everything is cooked, add the turkey back to the skillet. Give things a mix about to make it into one giant mess. Taste test it and adjust as needed with coarse ground kosher salt. When things look good and taste good, take it off the heat source. Oh yeah, also take the rice off the heat source as well. Snag your favorite eating saucer and all the salad prep. Plate this however you would like. I first threw down a couple scoops of rice. Try to mount it up so you achieve some nice height. Right next to it, add a few spoonfuls of the cooked turkey. In a clean medium-sized bowl, add the salad prep in. Add whatever amount you like of each ingredient. When all the goods are in the bowl, season them with coarse ground kosher salt. Then give things a mix around. After it's in one healthy mess of goods, transfer it over to your eating plate. Next, add as much of the tzatziki sauce as you would like. This stuff works really well with the rest of the ingredients, so don't be afraid to add a decent amount. After the sauce, add some yellow peppers, also known as pepperoncinis, to the dish. Garnish the bowl with a few sprinkles of feta cheese. Eat this with a giant Greek salad, or make this for meal prep meals, which I did, and it was the best thing ever for lunch. Whatever you decide to do, just enjoy. Alright, now that our turkey-inspired Euro Mediterranean bowl is done, let's give it the old taste-a-roo. So looking at it, came out super aesthetically pleasing. There's a bunch of color going on for it, and a lot of goodies in there with the veggies, the turkey, the cheese, the sauce on the side. Overall, it looks really tasty, and it looks like there's going to be a ton of goodness. So let's give it a shot. Try to get a bite with everything in it. Kind of hard. This came out so dang good. Everything on its own has its own distinct flavor, but all together it really works well together. The tzatziki sauce has that distinct Greek yogurt flavor to it, that tanginess, and it brings a bunch of creaminess as well. Then we get that pop and brightness from our lemon juice, some fat from the extra virgin olive oil. The turkey itself got that hard sear on it, so that caramelization brings a ton of goodness to the table. Then the garlic and onion is faint in the background and builds a good base of flavor. The jasmine rice is perfect because jasmine rice is the best grain out there. You already know this. And the little vegetable salad on the side, the tomatoes, onion, and cucumber bring that pop of freshness from all those delicious veggies. And the acid in the tomatoes help cut through the richness and fat from the turkey. That feta cheese also brings that distinct, creamy, cheesy flavor to the table. Then the yellow peppers are also really tasty. Kind of spicy, some of them, not all of them, but overall it's just really dang good. The turkey itself is nice and juicy and tender. The rice is cooked perfectly. The little vegetables bring a bunch of crunchy to the table. Overall, it's just really good, and I can't talk that well because I just want to eat. This recipe is super simple to knock out, and you can make it any which way you want. Maybe ditch the turkey and use some ground chicken or a chicken breast. Or you can add a ton of spices. There's basically endless opportunities. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching. And I need to go get some coffee, so I'm going to go do that. And we'll see you on the next one. Maybe ditch the turkey and use some ground chicken or some chicken breast, or add, I don't know. Now that our turkey Euro Mediterranean style something, I'm gonna show you how to make a Mediterranean training bowl. A Euro style inspired Mediterranean bowl or something. Easy to knock out, and you can make it any which way you want. Maybe ditch the chicken. It's turkey. Because for some feta cheese, I'm gonna show you how to make a